Hi everyone and welcome back. I've been desperate to set up this gorgeous B6 Quilted Planner from kikki.K, and today I've been waiting for the light to get to a nice level, but I'm afraid we do have some shadows. I have this gorgeous tassel from the Felting Dorcas here in Melbourne, and I thought it would just match this planner beautifully, and it does, but we've attached it to the little charm elastic here that we added to this planner, and it was very difficult to get on. I needed help to do so, and I'm not sure I'm ever going to be able to get it off without just cutting it, because it was pretty tricky to get this string over all of these poms. So and ordinarily I would have just attached it to the rings, but for some reason I decided to attach it there, and I don't know if I like the extra bit of string here. I would prefer it to sort of sit higher, so I'm not sure what's going to happen with that, but I'm going to just leave it attached for now, and I'm going to dive in. I don't really have a plan for this except for what I want to put in it, which is the most important part, as in the sections, but in terms of decorating, I've just grabbed a bunch of things that I thought would work in here, and I thought we could just go through them and just see what happens. This is going to be a pretty fluid day. It is Saturday, the 29th, I think. Oh, let me see. Yeah, the 29th of February. It's the leap day today, and I just have tonight, and then tomorrow is planner day, and then Monday's work, and Mum's coming Monday night, and surgery's Tuesday morning. So I don't have a lot of time left, but I really want to set this up because I'm setting it up as my sort of self-care planner. It is the kikki.K Blush Self Planner, and they've just released a self-care workshop, which I really want to do, and given that I am going to be having the first sort of month or so of, well, all of March most likely, but a few months in total recovering, I thought this might be a really nice place to be, is in a self-care planner. So I put together, excuse the really messy notes, but I put together just some notes on what I really wanted to look at, and which was self-care, wellness and nurturing. I did one little word a couple of years ago, Ali Edwards, and I chose the word nurture then. I think that was after my first shoulder surgery, and I didn't really get into it, and I think it's still a very appropriate word for me, so I have decided to do that again this year. Whether I follow along with the one little word class again or not, I'm not sure. I haven't quite decided, but the plan is to at least have that word with me and map out this planner to sort of sit in that little zone. So I talked about health, so sleep, medication, steps, water, food, those kind of things to track. In particular, sleep. I'm finding that one pretty difficult at the moment, but we're getting there. Things like mood and moments, moments to remember. I'd really like to start putting photos in a planner. I've been talking about this for ages, and it's something that I just don't get around to, which is silly. Habits and journaling about them, gratitude, wellness goals, inspiration such as books, podcasts, various people and quotes, and as part of that I'm sort of thinking of the Dream Life a book that we're reading with kikki.K, and that brings me then to reading, to back to one little word. Sorry about the traffic. I think I say that every video, don't I? And then I was thinking my career, I wanted to put that in here because this is a self-care planner. I think for me, my career is very important to me, and so I think I want to add that to the mix as well. I used to have that tracked in my very first planner I ever bought, which is the ice blue perforated kikki.K planner A5, and that helped me get the job that I have now, which I adore. But I also despise at times. But I thought that was something that I really want to put in here. So 7 sections in your kikki.K planners, and so I've kind of mapped out these 7 areas, so monthly and weekly, because that's what we have in these tabs already, and I'm quite happy to keep those. And then I don't know what order these will go in, but health, career, inspiration, gratitude, and moments. Perhaps gratitude and moments will go together and I could incorporate reading. That is actually something that I did think about doing, so they could combine, and then we could add reading to the list as well. If you didn't know, I started a book club last year and I have let it slide a little bit, so because I've just been sick and things, so I will get back to that. So that's the general plan for the sections, and I'll put the planner to the side for the moment, I think. I've thought what I might do is just take you through the bits and pieces that I've dragged together here. I went through the self-care sticker book, and I will keep this with the planner all the time. So what I took out of that was this die cut, which I've just laminated with a matte laminate, and also this little perfectly imperfect, which was actually just at the top of the page. It wasn't a die cut as such, it was just this bit here on this piece of card, and I thought that was kind of apt. What I was hoping to do with this is turn it into like a little page marker, if I could punch it there and just have it sticking out the top, just a little bit. I don't know for sure, but I kind of like the idea of that. And then the perfectly imperfect, look, I was gonna punch here and have it as a little tag that could just float about the planner, but it's gonna be upside down if I do that, which I'm not thrilled about. So whether I just tuck it in somewhere or if I don't use it, it doesn't matter. So those are the couple of things that I've pulled from there. Of course, I will just use the book with the various stickers throughout my decorating. So that's those two items. I then went and printed out a bunch of self-care kind of words, or words that spoke to me as part of this process. I'll just pop this underneath so hopefully we can see it. And I've foiled it with rose gold foil. So the words are things like inspiration, gratitude, journal, health, nurture, love, self-care, mood, moments, habits, wellness, goals, possibilities. I think that might be it. And I've just taken those from that list of things I put together earlier. So I thought that would be nice. I could punch that in as just a little extra bit of texture. And of course, you know, I really like to use the negative of that. So I've just taken that piece of foil that has the white space now where the foil was, that has come here, and I've laminated this as well. Cut it to B6 and then laminated it with the matte laminate. And it's not brilliant. I've got a bit of wobble here and stuff, but I'm okay with it. I am embracing the perfectly imperfect concept. Progress over perfection, that kind of thing. So I will probably pop this maybe in that front cover just to protect the rings or something like that. And I have the B6 notebook as well, that came, this was the Valentine's notebook, so note paper. So I just tore out this sheet because this color is my favorite color, and I'm going to use it. I'll show you in a sec what I'm going to use that for. So the other things I've pulled in here, I've just got a bunch of stuff that I don't know if I'll use or not, but I just wanted to grab in case I would use it. I've got this die cut from Planners Anonymous from their Planner Babe box. I've already laminated that previously, so I just grabbed that in case I might want it. And then I have a pile of stickers that I think kind of suit this theme and this planner. So I've got these from, I might zoom us in a little at this point. So I've got these pale pink with the gold hearts. They were really pretty. My primrose collection, so I have just pulled the ones that might suit this planner, which is the Sick Primrose, the Nap Queen Primrose. We have Primrose wearing a crown. Love her. I've got also these little glitter boxes with the flag on them. I have these bow flags from Naya Paperie. They've got little tiny bows inside of each flag, and I think they're just stunning, and the colours are kind of perfect for this. From the GP Studio Advent box, they had these diamonds, which are fabulous. They're gold, not rose gold, but that's totally okay. I grabbed my little set that I have left from Lovely Mine. There's just these ones that say I need coffee, a little coffee cup there. We've got these ones where she's just overwhelmed by too much to do, which is how I feel a lot at the moment. We've got these can't sleep ones, which is also very common for me right now. I'm exhausted today. Speaking of which, we've got these exhausted ones. So they kind of, you can see there's a running theme here of too much to do, overwhelm, exhaustion, can't sleep, needing coffee. So I thought that suited this concept as well. I also grabbed this sheet from Hello Paper Cat. I just love this chick. I think she's fabulous. I've forgotten her name. I've just lost it. But I thought she was pretty cool, and I think I can use her to decorate the pages in my planner as well. Then I have a couple of things from Arabea. I love these doily boxes. They're just so pretty. I've got quite a few of them. Well, I have had quite a few of them. I may need to pick up some more, but those ones, and then she also has these little backpacks and handbags as well. I thought they were quite nice and might be good to pop in my planner as well. I have this sheet from More Avenue, which speaks for itself. Sometimes that's just how I feel, and it was definitely how I felt last week. And I love these from Hop to It. They're little watering your plants stickers, so I think they are adorable and will be quite helpful as well. I'm a bit of a plant fan with my indoor plants at the moment. I grabbed these light pink foiled bow headers from Live, Love and Craft, and there's going to be a lot of Live, Love and Craft in this particular planner. I have these Milo and Milk little Seriously unicorn girls. I think they are super cute. And I have a bunch of stuff from GP Studio, because I have a lot of stuff from GP Studio. These are the Hobonichi planner icons. They're not specifically necessarily need to be used in Hobonichi. There's mild liners and washi, and then there's the open and closed planner there as well. But that could really look like any planner if you don't look too hard. I have these me time lazy day kind of stickers from GP Studio as well. And then I have this gorgeous sheet from Closet Planner Addict. I just adore this sheet, and I must really go and have a look at some other things that she has as well to see what else I can pick up. But I think this is kind of nurturing, self-care, looking after yourself kind of sheet, and I think it is adorable. This one was a kind of flat lay of typing on a laptop, and I've used that in a spread already. So those are gorgeous. I have held on to these stickers forever. One of the very first sticker sheets I ever bought from My Newest Addiction on Etsy, and they're the Sleepy Pillows, and they're gold foiled, and I absolutely adore them. I also have the sticky notes in these as well. And I can't tell you how much I love these. And I've only used one because I'm obsessed and hoarding them. I can't help it. I have these from Bunny and Moon. So months and days. And I thought those colours worked really nicely with the self-planner, kikki.K self-planner colours as well. So I'll be able to use these for the months if I need to, if it's not part of my spread. Of the sticker kit or whatever. If I need an extra one, I can use these. And then same with the day covers as well. I thought I would try to save them for this particular planner, and we have 4 weeks worth of these on this sheet. That's really good value for 4 weeks worth. Okay, then lastly, just a couple of other things. I went to Officeworks and picked up this. They are Christina Rowe do-it-yourself stationery luxury pockets, and there are 5, I think, pockets in here, maybe 4. Yeah, there's 5. I'll just put them to the side because this is the one I've just been playing with. I don't mind if I bend it a little. These are laser cut pockets. That's where this piece of paper comes in. I thought this color matched this, like would just suit this really beautifully, just to show off that laser cut design. I thought I might cut it down and then like put it in the back of there just to show up against the white. So these pockets are so pretty. I think it's just paper, but it does feel like it has a little bit of a coating, which would be good to just protect them a little, I guess. These are wedding invitation envelopes, and I just think they're gorgeous. I've walked past them a few times and been wanting to look at them. So those colours together I think are stunning. So that's the plan for those. I was just going to make one of those, and I might do that today on camera depending on time. I have this last little remaining piece of vellum from I think from my newest addiction, if I remember correctly, and it's pink with rose gold bows, and I thought I could make a bookmark out of this, or just have some, you know, I love to have layers of things within my planner so you can kind of flip through stuff. There's the texture of this, you know, got that embossed feel to it. It's so pretty. So this is all I have left from an A4 sheet or a letter sheet, and I thought I might use that. And speaking of, I also had this piece of acetate from the GP Studio, and it's paper cranes and diamonds, and I think it's kind of perfect, again with the colours and just the general design as well. Origami kind of is a nice feel for this, I think. So I thought I could definitely make a bookmark out of that as well, like a page marker. And then lastly, I did a couple of things with some photos. So if you follow my other Instagram account, which is just desleyjane, then you know I take a lot of photos of flowers and things. And this was a macro shot I took of some disc buds. Actually, I still have them, if you can see here, in a vase on my table. They have lasted so well. They're starting to go a little bit brown now, but I absolutely adored this shoot, and we've actually used this image in the Planner Jam marketing that we've been putting together. If you aren't following Planner Jam Retreat, please do. That's a weekend away for planner people to get together and do some fun things, which we'll be talking about more and more over the next couple of weeks. Anyway, I digress. I just love this photo, and so I just used Canva to place it into this 4x6 sized image space, and I've just written nurture there, and I've put my name there as well because I wanted this to be punched in my planner. And I'm just going to punch it as is. I've got it printed on photo paper, so it's just Canon photo paper. Whether I back it with something eventually, I don't know. I'll see how I go, but I think I'll just pop it in like that for now. I also have this one that I've printed, so it's just two photos that I'll just cut down so that I can pop them in as well. I think the colours go really nicely with this particular planner. And what's the last thing? Oh, so the last thing, I just really liked this template that they had with the spots and things that I thought it was really cute. And that's the photo that we're using for the Planner Jam marketing material. My hair is not quite that pale pink anymore. It's a much darker brown with pink, but this was my favorite pink of all time, so I really love this photo and thought I would pop that in as well. So that's all the bits and pieces. I'm going to use the dividers that came with the planner because they're super stunning, but I thought what I could do now is just start putting this all together into the planner and do that with you. I may like go fast forward mode at times if I need to, if I think I'm going to be a bit boring, but I will have a chat as well as I go, just to, you know, fill you in on what I'm doing. So of course I really need to punch these to get them into the planner, so I'm just going to make my little marks with a Sharpie here for the center of each hole, and then I'll just punch those with my little single hole punch. I see a lot of people asking about 6-hole punches, and of course that's a great idea, and I have one, but I think for me, for consistency, I just find the single is it's just simpler. I can just do each hole one at a time, and I have complete control over where the hole's going to be. Of course, you shouldn't need control with a 6-hole punch, but I just prefer it. I just find this little guy, and I actually have found a couple more of these that's from the kikki.K, like a mini stationery kit, and I have found a couple of other kits as I've been unpacking some boxes here in my new apartment, where I have some more of these. So I'm very happy to have found that in case anything ever happens to this one, or I guess they could become blunt over time. Now I'm punching this, even though I said I might pop it into the planner, like the pocket, rather than actually putting it in as a page lifter or something. But that's the side that would be tucked in the pocket anyway, so it doesn't matter if it's punched. So I thought I might as well punch it just in case I wanted to use it with that eventually, because you just never know. The page lifter that has come with the planner is a mustard color, and you know, this mustard on my tassel works very nicely, so I may just carry that through, but if not, I might use this rose gold thing that I have here. So that's that, and then I thought what I could do next, let's just put this to the side so I know where it is. I need to cut all of those down shortly, so I'll put them up there. What I wanted to do was, actually I might not need to use the planner, I could probably just do it on this piece of paper. I just want to see where I could put these so that that does stick out the top, like where I could punch. And I think I could get away with coming pretty close to the edge. It just needs to stick out a little bit so I can find, I'm always wanting something that marks my page. And you know, you can get rulers and stuff, but why not make something cute that matches the whole scheme of things? And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I haven't really lost anything, just this one die cut, so I'm okay with it. So let's punch. Oh, that's a bit hard to get through with the card and the laminate. Okay, so then when we put that in the rings, it will sit just like that, and that little teeny tiny bit will just stick out the top there. I think that's good. Okay, I'll put that to the side for the moment. And then what I want to do now is just cut down these photos. I'm not going to be too fussy. And I was tempted not to cut them down at all, just to leave them the size that they are. But this one has like a pale yellow background. Hang on, let me show you this. I'm using my little Perfectly Imperfect bin, which is from Lots of Style Shop at the moment. This is the best invention. I've just got it on my desk all the time. When my mum comes, I'll have to tidy up, and I won't be able to do any crafty stuff anyway while she's here, because I will only have access to one of my arms for quite some time. The other one's going to be in a sling for quite a while, so I won't need all this stuff, all this crafty stuff. But in the meantime, that's what's happened. I've just had it out on my table for me to use all the time. People come over and they're like, what is all of this stationery stuff? You've got so much. And I said, yes, I do. That's what I love. So I've got to do that tomorrow, tidy everything up, and rehome my stash into the cupboards and the bookcase. I actually have, I need to do a little show and tell for you guys one day soon, but I have a bookcase that's right at the end of my kitchen, and it is my planner or bookshelf. There's virtually nothing on there. I can't see much on there that isn't planner related. So I've had a couple of people who don't quite get it say, well, you've got a lot of weird stuff. It's not weird though, it's just planners. Am I on my own with that? I don't think I'm on my own. I think you guys are 100% with me. Now I'm going to cut this one to leave a little bit of white around the edge. I've got the white on the sides, so I'll keep that, and then I'll just trim the bottom to be the right size. I didn't quite size this properly when I was printing it. I was going to print it to B6, but in all honesty, I ran out of B6 photo paper and I could not be bothered waiting or going to the shop to get some more, so I just printed on 4x6 because I've got a ton of 4x6 paper. So I'm just going to trim it just a little bit more because I feel like the white is a little bit wider on one side than it is on the other, and if I keep doing it I'm going to get smaller and smaller. So this side is actually okay. I don't think I can do it. I think this one will wreck it, but let's see. I may end up having no white space on this one, no white on this one at all. Alright, so that's my photos. So while I'm with the cutter, I think I'm just going to grab this little guy and cut it down slightly. I'm going to leave the width as is, but I just want to chop the top off a little bit. I'm just wondering, I'm thinking I just want that to be the top, just this little tiny bit there. I don't want to go too far over, and it's a bit more interesting. Don't really want the boat sticking out so much. I think maybe just that little bit of paper crane. You can see at the top there's a little bit of paper crane. Maybe that's what I have sticking out the top, which means I just need to cut off this little bit off the bottom. Okay, I'll just wing it. Last little piece of paper crane going in the bin. So now we have just that little bit sticking out the top. Hopefully we can see that, but you'll see it soon anyway in the planner. So I need to trim that, punch that as well. And then this one is super skinny. Not quite sure how useful it will be, but I think we will try to keep that whole bow. Yeah. Okay, so let's slice off this excess. This is not a very straight cut previously. And I'm not going to throw that away. I can't. And then just what we have popping. Oh, that's perfect, just to have that bow sticking right at the top. I feel like it's probably going to need to be laminated though, because it is very flimsy vellum, unless I don't have anything sticking out the top. Sorry about that, my battery died on me there. But what I had done was popped this pink paper in here with a little secret message there that says, "You caught my eye." And I was just going to secure the pink paper at the top with some washi, and I decided to use this white washi with the rose gold hearts. It is probably my favorite washi of all time. If I can just get it fairly straight across the top there. Not quite. I do want to get this quite straight. I'm a bit pedantic about this part, so I might just move it a little off camera for a moment so I can line it up. Okay, we'll just see on the back. Yeah, that's good. So I'll just press that down and just turn it over onto the back here, like so. A little crease in the end there, and I'll just trim it. My scissors, and see this. I've bent a couple of these. I think that's okay. And there we have this cute little pocket. It's so adorable. My goodness, I love it. Okay, so put my stack of washies back. Trying to be organized. Okay, so how I'm going to put this into the planner is the question. It's too wide for B6. Here's a B6 piece of paper. It's too wide, so what I'm thinking is I might put it down the side of a page like so, and then you can slot your pieces into it there, or this way would probably be more appropriate. Haven't quite decided, but I'm going to decide any moment now. Alright, so the rest of what I have here is mainly stickers, so I'm going to keep those to the side for the moment. This piece of paper I'll pop in my little extra paper collection. I don't want any more of these envelopes for the moment. Just trying to make some semblance of organisation here on my desk. I'll grab these pieces back and we'll pop them in. And we'll punch these as well while we're at it. Okay, so that's all of the bits and pieces. I can't figure out yet whether I will punch these or just put them in. So let's open up and see this glorious planner. Now, inside of this front cover, this front divider, my stickers and this mustard page lifter, so I will put that at the back. I wanted to put this, I think I want to put this front and center. These beautiful rose gold words. And then I was going to put this in the front as, yeah, okay, I'm doing that. That's really lovely. So whether I just punch it on the bottom here or I can clip it to the side. Often I clip things, but I think I like to be able to turn it so that I have this underneath. So in that case, we'll get out our trusty little punch card here. So the other thing I really like about this hole punch is that it's designed specifically for kikki.K, in that I'm pushing this all the way forward. It can't go any further. It's butting up against the card, and it's the perfect distance from the edge to match kikki.K paper. So that is pretty helpful. Okay, so that sits nicely in the front there. I love that. I think it's so cute. Okay, so I'll just turn this with this open and move to the second divider. And this is the weekly. Now I could put this in here, or I could add one of our, maybe I'll add that. And I could actually add that on top very easily. Let's just have another look at my plan. So monthly, weekly, health, career, inspo, gratitude and moments. I think I want to use this photo for the moments, and where I put that, I don't know. Gratitude and moments. So I think I won't put it at the front. I'll just leave our divider in there. Now it's got all 52 weeks in here, which might be a bit of overkill, but I'll leave it for the moment. And I'm going to pop this guy just to see how it goes. Oh, what have I done? Oh, I haven't punched the middle. I think because it feels like it doesn't need it, but it does. Oh, it's because it was clear. I missed it. What a dork. Okay. All right, Desley. Okay, so it just pokes out the top. What I was thinking about doing was adding some of this twine to it, just to have something else stick out the top there. You know, you can have a piece of this popped out of there. I'm not going to do it right now. Also, I thought maybe some ribbon. I have this little card that I got ages ago. I love this little bit of ribbon. It pokes out the top of one of my other planners, and I want to keep it in that planner, but I thought that works really nicely, so I could perhaps do something like that at the top of the page as well. So that's that section. I'm going to throw in our little piece of vellum in this one just to see how that goes, and again, I don't know about the top there. So we are monthly, weekly, potentially health and career. Inspiration, I wonder if we could add our pocket. Whether I cover up this divider or we put it on the back of this divider like so that it's just up against the edge. And when you open, you have a place to put those bits and pieces. Okay, so I just have my Scotch tape here. Just going to add it to the back of this little envelope. And I think I'll put a piece in each corner. I'm normally not too pedantic with this, but I think in this case, if I do end up like popping photos in here or quotes or whatever that I collect, because I do collect a lot of those sorts of things, then it needs to be held on pretty well. Okay, so I'm going to put it this way so that it can open to the other side. So now that sits like that. That is very pretty. And then, so that's going to be my moments, I think. Gratitude and moments. And then we'll have reading here. And then we'll have inspo at the back, something like that, I think. Now, while I was away getting my tape, I also found a few other things that I plan to put in here. One, I found this postcard with these swimming people. I think that's very cute and the colours are really nice. I have a bunch of little bits and pieces that I've collected over time that I just think are nice and fit well with most of these things. Colour schemes are nice. So I don't want to use all of these, but I thought at least I quite like the swimming. I like this girl. I mean these eyes. And I like the kind of the colours in those. I like the colours in that as well, so maybe that one. So I'll put the others to the side for the moment. And then I have these vellums and acetates from my previous B6 setup. And I thought at least the sleepy lashes would work. Maybe the bows. I'm not sure about the rest just yet, but let's dive in and see what we think. So let me get my sections right again. I've kind of forgotten my plan. So at the front we have our monthly section, and then we have just this very simple paper crane for the divider for this weekly. Then we have what will, I guess, be health, and then career, and then this section has the pocket. So I'm going to make that the moments section and gratitude, and I'm thinking of popping pictures in there when I print them before I get around to actually putting them into the spread that I create for here. I'm just going to straighten this up a little bit. It's a little bit off center. There we go. So then I need inspo and reading. So I'll do inspo here, and I want to use the bows, I think, for that. And then we have our reading, and let's use the sleepy lashes for that one. And then it's just a matter of cutting down the other bits and pieces. Now I wanted to use this card for the moments, which is the one with the pocket. So I'll go back to that one. this one here, and I want to add this to this spread here. So I think I'll do the same thing, and I'll just punch it like I did the other one. So let's do that. I want it to go, I want to leave that top hole empty. So I think just there should do it. I've really lost the light. I was going to do a plan with me tonight. Since I don't have much time left. While I'm here, I might punch this little card. It's going to sit there as like a flipper. So this top side needs to be punched. And I'll do the same with this. Just keep it at the maybe not actually, this is a bit bigger, so I might do all sides. And I do want to just trim off the edges slightly because they are from a perforated tear. And the same goes for all of these. I could just cover the back of this with some grid paper or something if I wanted to write on it, or I could just cover it in another photo or some pattern paper or something. Now look, this is just a work in progress. You know, I always like to add bits and pieces to my planners, so it may look very different in 6 months' time. We shall see. So this is the inspo section. So I'll just pop my little photo there. I don't know if it's weird to have a photo of myself in my planner, but I really love that photo, and I love the pinks in it. I think it suits this planner really nicely, and why not, hey? Now, oh, I'm making a mess. It's very dark. Okay, so at the back here we've got our inspiration section, so I'll put this in front. I'll add this. Let's just give it a little trim. That side's done. It's just the top. So I might just turn it over. Oh, it's two sides. Probably not super neat cutting, but hey, you know what I'm going to say, don't you? It is what it is. We'll add that there for a bit of texture, and then if we want to add this little one as well somewhere, so let's move this over. I quite like the idea of that one being like for nurturing, because she's like watering some plants and things, so I'm not going to put it there. That's the reading one. I might put it with the health section maybe, or the career even. That's the first couple. Monthly, weekly, health, which has the little I'm going to put it here. Oh, that's already got a bookmark. I won't put it there. Okay, so this one can go here. Let's just pop it maybe there at the bottom. So we just need 3 little holes in this one. And I think I want to put one of these vellum in. So I have this one with the shoes, which is fabulous. This is for the health section. I have planners with tea. I have the bows, and I have the Let the Weekend Begin. I'm thinking that one. I think that's quite pretty. Sorry about the light, guys. It is super dark here. I just put that in as well. How will that look under it instead? Okay, I'll just leave it there for now. And let's throw some more vellum in since I have it. I can't believe I forgot about my vellum. I haven't had it stored away just because I've been desperate to use it. So this is the weekly. I love these shoes. I'm going to use the shoes there. And then I think the monthly is okay because it's got my words. So that's cool. Let's see which one needs vellum. I'm just going to use up all of them. This one has the little divider, so I might not put that one there. This one, I wonder how this will look if I add these planners underneath. Yeah, that looks like me. And then I don't think we need any more. I still got the bow one, so it could either be the bows or the T. I think that one. Well, I've completely lost the light now, so I've put the overheads on, which is giving me awful shadow. So I'm going to wrap it up, and I will try to come back again in the next day, because that's all I've got left. I'm going to throw my page lifter and these stickers in the back. Try to remember to use those. What we haven't done is the pockets, which is my favourite part. So let's have a look at this. I think that's pretty, really pretty. I love that gold foil there, which you can't really see now in this light. I had planned to just pop this in here just for a bit of extra colour. And it can sit under those rings if it wants to. It sometimes doesn't want to. I have this die cut from Planners Anonymous that I did think of putting in as a flipper as well. Okay, let's do a walkthrough and then we'll come back another day to do our gorgeous pockets. So we have our front page, which is also our monthly section. We then move into our weekly section with this paper crane bookmark, which will actually go inside the actual weeklies to say which page, which day we're up to. So I guess let's move it while we're at it, and I should actually just chop some slits in this so I can just move it in and out as I go. So that will just go in there at some point. Okay, so then next we have our health section just here, and again I'll probably put this inside the health section to say where we're up to, and I'll probably put grid pages in here, I suspect. Next we have career. We're nurturing our career here. Some of these dividers came a little bent, which is unfortunate. And then this section is our moments or gratitude or moments of gratitude section. So I will be able to put photos and things in here, and I've got the pocket on the other side in which to store them as I go. What I might also do is add a big paper clip here that will kind of hold that down once the photos are in it so that they won't pop out. Second last section is our inspiration section, so books and podcasts and workshops. I plan to go to some kikki.K workshops around this. On this page I just mapped out how many squares across and down everything is, from the rings as well as from the edge, and then top to bottom as well, so that sometimes it's quite useful when I'm setting up my spreads. And then right at the back, very basic at this point, is my reading section. I think that's what it's going to be at this point. I do have a Planners Anonymous bookmarky thing, which is the girl reading from the Planner Babe collection, so I might put her in as a bookmark in there, you know, kind of just up the top like that. I might even use this, who knows, but I think the reading girl would be good in here, and I might use this in the pockets or somewhere instead. And then right at the end, of course, is our page lifter. So that's the start of our self-care planner setup. I have all of these stickers that I showed you earlier, which I will keep in this planner now, just because I'm setting it up and figuring it out. I think it's good to have them handy, and I need somewhere to store them, to be honest, or I'm just going to forget where they are. So I'll throw them in there, and since I love Primrose so much, let's pop her in that pocket, and these little hearts in there, and then I might just put the rest in the back there as well. I don't know if that's really what I want. I'm just chucking stuff in at this point, but I will I will get back to this in the coming, well, hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully I can get some time tomorrow to finish off this gorgeous little setup. Okay, thanks for sticking with me. Thanks for sticking with the crazy light situation. I do apologise. I should have gotten organised much earlier, but I'm very, very tired today and couldn't quite get myself into it. I hope you like it. I just adore it. Love this planner. I'm going to take this planner with me to Planner Day tomorrow so I can keep working on this setup. I might see if I can come up with some ideas for the pockets in there. I want to make a washi card and things like that. So yeah, I will do that tomorrow at Planner Day. So thanks so much, guys. We're getting close to the end of my good arm time, so after that I'll be on a break for a few weeks until I'm able to you know, hold a camera again and set up everything and write. I won't be able to write for quite some time, so that'll be fun. Anyway, we've talked about that a lot, so I'll stop talking about that, and I will say thank you so much for watching. As you know, I appreciate you all very, very much, and I look forward to seeing you all again super soon. Okay, thanks guys, see you soon, bye.